67,169 rapes were recorded by police in 2022. 1 in 4 women have been raped or sexually assaulted as an adult. Adult rape cases take an average of more than 2 years to complete in court.
I'm Ava. I'm 37 and live in the northeast. This is what happened to me. I'd recently downloaded a dating app after my friend Joe said I should get back out there. I was really nervous about it. I liked a couple of people and then one of them, Shane, said we should meet up. I asked my friend Joe to go with me and he asked one of his mates. It was a nice enough night, a bit of food and a few drinks, but there was no spark and I'd already thought I probably wouldn't see him again. Before I left, I popped to the toilet and Shane's friend followed me in. He said he needed some help asking Joe out. I thought it was weird, but it was sweet like we were at school. He was being complimentary about the night out, how me and my friend were so beautiful. He stood really close to me and was stroking my arm and leant down to kiss me. I tried to move away, and then he raped me in the toilets of the bar. Afterwards, I hid in the toilet cubicle trying to text Joe. Eventually, she came looking for me. She said the boys had gone home and I told her what had happened. She called the police. Before this happened, I hadn't had anything to do with the police. I've never even had a speeding fine. To be honest, everything I know is from the TV, where it feels like they'll stop at nothing to catch the bad guys. The real criminal justice system isn't like that. It's not that they don't want to help, it's that the system is about whether they think the Crown Prosecution Service will say it's a strong case, and, even then, they have to decide if they want to take it further. They see you as a witness to something, not as a victim or a survivor. All of that is before you even get to a trial. So when the police are gathering what's called third-party evidence or material, it might not always be for your benefit.
Third-party material is evidence from your phone, for example texts or WhatsApp conversations. It can also be material from your medical or social records. Police can request to see your phone, but only if they have exhausted other sources of evidence.
I gave my phone to the police, and they had it for about 24 hours. More, actually.
They should tell you how long they'll be keeping it for, and should have it for the shortest time possible.
They'd read the WhatsApp group conversations from before and during the date. They said they'd found evidence of me flirting with both men, and it was clear that we'd had a lot to drink because of the photos they saw on my phone. There was even a message between me and Joe from earlier in the day, where she'd asked me to say she wasn't with me if our other friend Gina asked. The last bit showed me to be a liar, apparently. I was really confused how that text had anything to do with this, but the police wanted to see it anyway.
The request to search your phone for evidence must be specific and relevant and made in writing on a form called DPNA. You do not have to give them your phone, despite what they might say.
I felt like my own words were being used against me. Luckily for me, I got some good advice from an independent sexual violence advisor, or ISVA, who was able to tell me my rights around third-party material. They said I could say no to the police requests for my records. They told me any requests must be related to what had happened. The police wanted to access my NHS records and counselling notes, which would show my history of depression and anxiety. I'm still in discussion with my ISVA about whether or not to let them see these notes. I need to decide soon. I'm not saying any of this to frighten you. I just want other women to know what it's like so that you're armed with more information about your rights than I was. I'm now waiting for the CPS to make a decision.
Here are some organisations that can help and support you. Rape Crisis Tyneside and Northumberland, rctn.org.uk. Rapecrisis.org.uk offers 24/7 help. Rights of Women, rightsofwomen.org.uk. Support Through Court, supportthroughcourt.org.